You ever end a long day totally drained, but you can't point to a single thing that you actually accomplished? Well, it's not just you. Entrepreneurs everywhere are grinding, but they're still stuck. They aren't making the progress that they want in their business. They're working extremely hard, but they aren't seeing the results. Now, what if I told you they'd be better off watching Netflix or playing a video game or going to a park with their family? How could that be the case? Well, working on the wrong things is not just unproductive, it's actually destructive. If you continually work on wrong things, it will destroy your business or your family or both. Working on the wrong things burns your energy, it clouds your vision, and it's the reason that the success you've been chasing stays out of reach. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why this happens, how to know if it's happening to you, and most importantly, how to fix it. See, I used to work 80 to 100-hour work weeks all the time. And at the end of those weeks, I couldn't even tell you what I accomplished. Eventually, I started tracking my time, thinking that would fix it, but it didn't. All it showed me was that I was working. I wasn't scrolling social media. I wasn't binging Netflix. I wasn't playing video games. I was working, or so I thought. But the truth is, I was just busy. I was busy on the wrong things, and it cost me. It cost me opportunities. It cost me time with my family. Cost me time that I'll never get back. See, I thought I was doing the right thing, suffering through, paying my dues, hustling, because that's what it takes to build a business. But I didn't realize how much easier and more effective it could have been if I had just stopped long enough to think harder about what actually mattered. Most entrepreneurs think the biggest risk is doing too little, but often the real danger is doing too much. It's often doing too much of the wrong stuff. It starts simple enough. You check off tasks all day long. You answer emails. You tweak your website. Maybe you brainstorm new offers. You play calculator games on how much you'll make. Or maybe you'll spend all your time fulfilling on what you previously sold, but you still aren't making enough to hire more team members, so you continue to do all this work by yourself. You're moving, but you're not advancing. You're exhausted, yet your business feels stalled. And that's because time spent on the wrong tasks is more than just the immediate cost of time. It's more expensive than that, because every hour that you pour into low leverage tasks is an hour that you did not spend on your highest priorities. And that's time you could have spent creating clarity or connecting with your family or doing the one thing that actually grows your business. Now, if you're spending all your time delivering, then you might want to protest that you don't need to grow your business because you can't handle the business you currently have. By being busy, you've allowed yourself to feel justified in only focusing on delivering and not focused on getting new business. I mean, how can you handle new business when you're already overworked as it is? It is likely that you are not spending all of your time delivering. So definitely take a look at how you spend your time. But even if you are truly spending 80% or more of your time just in delivering what you've already sold, you can fix that issue by bringing in more leads. So by working to actually grow your business by getting leads, it will help you find better leads that you can charge more for, so you can actually bring in a team to actually fulfill on what was promised as you continue to get more clients. If you don't spend time on the highest priority items in your business, it doesn't just waste time, it also drains you mentally. You start second guessing yourself and your confidence erodes. Here's the kicker: the wrong work creates a false sense of progress. You feel productive, so you don't question it. But 6 months later, you're in the same spot. You're just more tired. And this is the hidden cost. You end up with a business that flatlines and an exhausting life that feels hollow. And recognizing that's the first step. You have to stop rewarding yourself for effort alone. And instead, you need to start evaluating the actual impact of your effort. So, how do you know if you're caught in this trap? Well, one of the clear signs is that you're always busy. but you're rarely making any real progress. Your to-do list stays long, your calendar's full, but your goals are not achieved. Your income, your free time are at the same levels that they've always been, or even worse. And you don't have clarity and you feel stuck. You might have a full calendar, but if you're honest, most of it is filled with tasks that are comfortable, familiar, or even urgent, but not important. They keep you active, but not effective. And it actually gets tricky when you avoid the hard thinking that's required. So instead of stepping back and asking what actually matters, you just dive right into what's right in front of you. Because it's easier to check your inbox than to actually do outreach. It's easier to work on an existing project than to reach out to a potential client. The wrong work often feels safe, while the right work feels risky, vulnerable, and uncomfortable. But it's the right work that makes everything else easier or even just unnecessary. So take a hard look at your time. Are you defaulting to the easy? Are you defaulting your time to the familiar? Are you using busyness to hide from the bold moves that you need to make in your business? If so, that's not a failure, it's a signal, and it means that you're ready for something better. Because when you see the wrong work for what it is, the path to the right work gets clearer. So if you've realized that you've been working on the wrong things, now what? Well, first, you need to define your real outcomes, not just tasks, not vague goals, but get crystal clear on what success actually looks like for your business and for your life. More clients, better clients, more freedom. Be honest, be specific on what that means to you. Because until you know what you're actually aiming for, everything's going to feel urgent, but nothing's going to be important for you to actually tackle. So next, you need to do hard thinking. What inputs leads to those outcomes? This is the part that most people avoid because it's easier to keep doing than to think. But this step is where the clarity lives, because if you want better leads, then maybe the real input is daily outreach or partnerships or putting your face on video. It's definitely not tinkering with another logo or determining what color a button should be on your website. Doing the hard thinking is your leverage. Find the inputs that you should focus on that will lead to the outcomes that you desire. These are small things that drive big results. And once you name those, protect them. This will be the most important work that you have to work on. Next, build a stop doing list. You can't just add more important tasks onto an already full schedule. You have to cut. And this is difficult for sure, but you have to kill the comfortable tasks. Set boundaries, delegate, or delete what doesn't allow you to focus on the inputs that actually serve your core goals. Don't get stuck in this phase of hard thinking. It's critical, but don't try and plan out every scenario. Instead, determine the best inputs that you should focus on and then start moving. The truth is, clarity is found in motion. You don't know what you don't know, and you can't know it until you start moving. So don't move without thinking first, or you'll end up where you are now. But then don't sit idle and just think, as that won't actually accomplish the inputs that you need to accomplish. So finalize your inputs and then remove what isn't needed. The more you remove, the more you can focus. And the more you can focus, the faster you can grow. Then once you cleared out the clutter, what you do next actually matters. Because you don't need to work more, but you do need to work on what matters. And today, you saw the real cost of working on the wrong things. It's your time, your energy, and clarity. You learned how to spot when you're stuck in busyness and how to reset your focus towards real outcomes and meaningful inputs. But here's the next step. If you're a freelancer, service provider, you need to know exactly which inputs matter most right now. And there's only 3 things that consistently drive growth without burning you out. Not 20, just 3. And I've laid them out clearly in the next video. So you can check it out. It's the 3 essentials to grow a service business. There's no fluff. So it's short, direct, and built to help you take action immediately. So click it now and stop guessing your way through growth. And I'll see you in the next video.